the final questions, which we've touched on a little bit already, when do I seek help and where do I seek help from? It'd be really good to have a discussion about that.
Yeah. So we talked about that when the distress feels like it's there so much of the time for our kids, that's really important to seek help, and it starts impacting on functioning, on holding them back from doing the things that kids of their age should be able to do. Yeah.
So that's socializing,
Social, getting to
sports.
school, getting getting to sleep.
Yeah. Eating
properly. Yeah. But the other thing that often happens with anxiety is that it impacts on the family too.
Absolutely.
And the home. And sometimes it holds everybody hostage. So we end up, that because of some of the rituals and the reassurance that our kid needs, we can't get out in the mornings to get to work on time or to get the other kids to school. Or
certainly makes it stressful for the whole family.
That's right. Can't go out and or invite people to the home because they get too stressed. So it does definitely impact on the family, and anxiety can make us as parents kind of sometimes respond in unhelpful ways too. It can help us. Sometimes it makes us collude with anxiety because we're so much trying to protect our child from experiencing any anxiety that we're rescuing them or doing a lot of things for them so they don't have to be exposed to it.
And I guess as adults, anxiety is uncomfortable and we don't want our children to feel it either. So,
natural instinct.
Yeah.
But when we notice that we're doing that a lot of the time, lots of reassurance and actually setting everything up so just in case so that they're not going to experience any anxiety, then it's starting to impact on everything in the home.
And I guess going back to that school refusal again, that's one of those things where parents, the young person might act out a lot about not wanting to go to school. So then, parents trying to get off to work or trying to get the other children off to school, they'll just say, look, well, don't go to school then.
And you can see how the fight comes in
Absolutely.
too, even with separation anxiety too, and with school refusal, that it starts out as being, you can see the distress, but then it becomes anxiety almost sort of bosses everybody around and really gets quite angry and feisty, and that's uncomfortable for the whole family.
Absolutely.
And what do I do then?
Kind of controls the family a bit, doesn't it?
It takes control.
Yeah, certainly see a fair bit of that.
Yeah. And it's a funny thing. Anxiety makes us want to be in control, but actually ends up controlling us. Yeah. Dictating what we can and can't do all the time, and the people around us.
Yeah. Fairly powerful, isn't it?
So the sooner we can get in and start to work with it, the better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think, we're talking about where can we go to get help and what kind of things can be helpful for parents.
Yeah, I want to stress how important it is that parents see themselves as a resource too.
Absolutely.
That what we do and the way we cope and the way we contain and hold and support is really, really vital.
Parents as teachers, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So don't underestimate how much you can do as well, and not to feel that I've got to do it either. That it's okay as parents to get some guidance on that too, and support to do that. But otherwise, I guess it's you're one of the people that often families will come to first in the general practices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So having health improvement practitioners and health coaches in GP practices can be a really great resource for families. And it's free. They can just go and see their GP. The GP will refer them to the hip or health coach, and they can look at ways to manage some of those difficult situations.
Really useful.
So, but there are lots of resources out there.
There are. So there are some wonderful things online that the Mental Health Education and Research Centre, MERC, have some wonderful video and reading material resources.
There's some fantastic apps.
There are great
for
apps.
Youth out there, which we find youth quite like apps.
They do.
So,
they do it so naturally, don't
Absolutely.
they? And some of those calm apps and breathing apps are really helpful.
There's a lot of online support you can have as well.
There is. I'm thinking for youth in particular, there's quite a good website called Anxiety BC. I think it stands for sort of British Columbia.
Okay.
And they've got quite good visuals, and you can click on different things, and it takes you through what anxiety looks like and what you can do to help, and it's very sort of youth friendly. So that's a useful resource.
It's quite nice for youth because they like that sort of visual.
Yeah. And I've talked about the Hey Warrior book, which is really lovely to have.
Would that be for younger children? Oh, you said that you also use it for teenagers.
You think it's aimed at, it looks like a picture book for younger kids, but I've definitely used it with adolescents, and they've loved it. Yeah.
Just helping them understand what this is all about.
Yeah.
What anxiety is all about.
Um,
and that normalising, isn't it? It's normal to feel anxious.
And to just normalise talking about feelings and, I'm feeling anxious about this coming up. I've got an interview to go to, and just making it, that's a really great teaching moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Parents as first teachers, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And some movies, the Inside Out movie has been a wonderful way of understanding feelings and how feelings are all have their place.
Right.
And that it's okay to have feelings.
Including anxiety.
Including anxiety.
Yeah.
And really about guarding against fearing fear itself rather than the situation, because the feeling is so uncomfortable.
And what we focus on grows, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If we really focus in on that anxiety and how it's making us feel, it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. And I think it was Karen Young in the Hey Warrior book talks about, there's a really lovely quote of something to the effect of, anxiety is really just a sign that we're going to do something really brave.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice. Because that's what it is, really, isn't it? Yeah.
So going through the GP and your
health improvement practitioners,
or at schools with social workers in schools and counsellors in schools, and sometimes it's really especially if the anxiety is presenting at school as well, and they're all ways of getting some support and guidance, and then if needs be, or if this is persisting and really interfering and impacting, then it can come through to
specialist services.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very helpful to know all of that, isn't it?
Yeah.